Welcome, welcome, welcome. Super excited to have everyone here on day 3 of the Autoimmune Solution Masterclass. Oh my gosh, you guys, we are making strides in autoimmunity like none other. Super fired up. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go ahead in the chat on LinkedIn. I will put it in the comments after the live is over, but we are going to give you your amazing free recipe, which is a chocolate maca protein shake. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have this every morning. It is so freaking good. So good. Okay. And also remember, if you are watching this live and you are not registered, make sure that you do register, okay? Because that's how you're going to get all of the important information and the replays and everything else, the workbook, everything else that goes with this masterclass. So before further ado, I am going to now go ahead to share my screen and start this presentation. How's everyone doing today? Give me a high five in the chat. Let's get warmed up. I am so excited to be here sharing this masterclass with you. And we are going to go into presentation mode. Here we go. I see all those high fives coming up, coming at you. Oh my gosh, so exciting. So exciting. Yes, yes, yes. Happy Wednesday. So exciting. All right, you guys. The Autoimmune Solution Masterclass, 3 ways to help you now. This is day 3 of the 3-day masterclass. And I put the recipe in the chat. And for LinkedIn, again, I will put it in the comments after the live. And if you have not registered, make sure you register. The link is in the chat as well. All right, here we go. Little general housekeeping before we start. The masterclass workbook, if you have not received it, the email is info@robinengelson.com. That's ROBYNENGELSON.com. Make sure you get the workbook because it is super important. I know Lisa and some other folks have been doing the homework, and the only way to change is to actually take the action because you now have the awareness. If you have questions, go ahead and email me again at info@robinengelson.com, and I will get back to you within 24 hours or less. Biggest takeaway, I want to hear and see your biggest takeaway for this masterclass, okay? So this masterclass is definitely something that is going to help you, and I want to hear what it is so I can cheer you on. And your homework, you want to make sure you do submit it to the same email, info@robinengelson.com. Okay, so here we go. And also, when you're here 3 days, so if you've been here the first day on Monday, the second day on Tuesday, and today on Thursday, you are going to get a bonus from me, yours truly, and it's a 7-day meal planner to help you now. This is a game changer in your meal planning and feeling good with autoimmunity, okay? So kudos to you for being here for all 3 days. And also, I have a special offer for you, so stay tuned with me through the end of this masterclass today. And I have a special offer for you that I'm so excited to share with you. It's super exciting. All right, so on day 1, let's do a little recap before we get in, okay? So put a number 1 in the chat if you were fired up on day 1 and you found out who I was and an overview of autoimmune disease. Hi, my name is Robin Engelson, and I have Hashimoto's thyroid autoimmune disease, and I am an autoimmune overcomer. I figured out a simple solution to feel good all day, every day with energy through the roof, but I went in for blood work for something else, and I came out with an autoimmune disease. I was misdiagnosed for over 10 years, you guys. Doctor after doctor kept saying that I was fine because of my blood work after they put me on medication, but I felt awful because I ended up being allergic to the medication. And I finally said, you know what, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. Took my health into my own hands, and I figured out my solution by changing my nutrition, fitness, accountability, and mindset. Game changing. But here's the thing, you guys, my pain points, I feel you. I was exhausted. I was sleeping 10 to 12 hours a night. I was not a present parent. My bones ached, my joints ached. I was in a brain fog. I'd be driving to a grocery store and then end up at Target with my son in the back seat, 3.5 at the time. Had no idea how I got there, right? I was forgetful at work. I was missing things around the house. My joints ached, my bones ached, my hair was falling out right here. The whole clump was out. And I just wasn't myself, right? And it was really, really difficult and challenging for 2 years after I got diagnosed. So make sure you understand what the pain points are, what you're going through, that you don't have to suffer. There is a solution, okay? And then the overview of autoimmune disease, right? What is autoimmune disease? It's your immune system attacking you instead of protecting you. And it occurs from an immunodysfunction and deficiency in your immune system. You know, you have allergies, that's your immune system, right? So just think of it that way. But everything stems from our gut, and it is genetic. So your parents might not have it, but could skip a generation, but it's in your DNA. You were born with it. There's nothing you can change about it. However, you can still feel good with autoimmunity. Symptoms to look at, like I mentioned with my pain points, you know, we have migraines, we have bloating, constipation, abdominal pain, acid reflux, nausea, dizziness, rapid weight loss or rapid weight gain, temperature sensitivity, stiffness of joints, swelling, muscle weakness, brain fog, all of that fun stuff, right? Not so fun. I know. I'm just making a fun joke, but it's real. It's real, right? It's not just another sickness, not just another illness. It's not something else your doctor needs to treat. Okay, it is exactly an autoimmune disease. In day one for your homework, you did identify your autoimmune symptoms that you were having. So based on some of the pain points we discussed, you identified which ones you are actually feeling right now and have been for a while. You also practice your deep Zen breathing to be the calm in the storm and have some real just lightness and calmness in your day. On day two, yesterday, we spoke about lifestyle changes, dealing with autoimmunity in your daily life, and nutrition for your autoimmune health. So we talked about in this fast-paced world, balancing the demands of personal life, work life, and the constant overwhelm of feeling sick with your autoimmunity, and implementing different strategies so we can cultivate the resilience and promote the sense of well-being, right? We identified stress sources and where they come from and techniques to cope with them, right? And then we also talked about nutrition for autoimmune. We talked about the AIP diet, the autoimmune protocol diet, and what that is and how it is for chronic illness and chronic autoimmune disease. And basically just, you know, all the food triggers, taking all the inflammation out, foods that have inflammation out of your diet, bringing one back in slowly for 3 to 5 days, seeing how you feel. If you have a reaction of any of your pain points come back, right? Bloating, constipation, nausea, joint aches. And if they do, remove them from your nutrition or diet. And if they don't, great, you can continue having them, okay? And then for homework on day two, we identified triggers that are causing stress. What are the triggers in your daily life that are causing these triggers? And also identifying one thing you can change in nutrition. Is it drinking more water? Is it taking anti-inflammatory foods out? Whatever that may be, right? And kudos to Lisa and Mary and Jane for responding and sending in their homework. We had a bunch of others as well. Those are just the names that I'm remembering right now. So kudos to you. We also spoke about, for day three, we are going to talk about advocating for yourself, right? Dealing with autoimmunity in your workplace. This is something that is very commonly overlooked because, you know, a lot of times we don't want to say, hi, I'm Robin, I have an autoimmune disease. I need this accommodation, and that accommodation, right? Like, who wants to say that? So I'm going to share with you ways that you can advocate for yourself and understanding your rights as an employee within a company, or just if you're a consultant, right? Same thing. So what I'm going to talk about is, you know, understanding yourself, what's happening, advocating, okay? So understanding your rights, first of all, is what we're going to talk about. You know, as an employee with an autoimmune condition, this is who you are. Familiarize yourself with laws and regulations. There is the ADA, the Americans with Disabilities Act, and FMLA, Family Medical Leave Act, right? that protect employees with disabilities. And this applies to you. An autoimmune disease is a disability, whether you think of it as that or not. You have to understand what constitutes this reasonable accommodation, because this is who you are and how it applies to you and your specific situation, because not all autoimmune diseases are created equal, right? We talked about this before. Just because I have Hashimoto's and say Mary has Hashimoto's doesn't mean we are feeling the same and have the same issues and want the same accommodations, okay? So what are the effective strategies to do this? The effective strategies include communicating and discussing health needs with your supervisors and colleagues, okay? You have to be open and transparent in order to get some results with this, right? About your autoimmune condition. And you also want to maintain professionalism and confidentiality, of course. So put a number 1 in the chat right now if you're like, yes, I need this. Something's got to change at work, whether you're an employee or you're a contractor or consultant. Go ahead and put a number 1 in the chat, okay? Because I hear you. I was there, right? I'm a corporate burnout because I've been there. I know exactly what you're going through and how it feels, and it's not fun and it's not fair. And you as an employee or a contractor, you have rights, okay? And it's as simple as having a conversation, you guys, right? A conversation that can enable you to perform better, okay? So requested accommodations, how do we go about this? Like, what does this even include, right? So you need to be able to identify exactly what is needed for you, right? You're talking about you and no one else, right? Because it could pertain to somebody else, but again, the confidentiality part comes in. So this may involve submitting a formal request to your supervisor or the human resources department outlining the accommodations you need to perform your job effectively. Because they have no idea, right? Again, they don't have your disease. They don't understand it. They don't know it. So when you write a document for them, a formal request in the documentation, they can clearly understand and identify what is going on and how to help you, okay? That's very important because you need to include the solution in the problem. If you're just complaining about the problem, they're gonna be like, okay, here's someone else complaining, right? But if you put a solution in, then that's open for conversation and you can have a better way to converse about it and talk about what can possibly change in your workplace, right? And then understand your rights under the ADA, the Americans with Disabilities Act, regarding the reasonable accommodations, right? So your employer is required to engage in interactive process with you to determine exactly the appropriate accommodations to meet your needs while balancing the all of the business, right? So it's their responsibility as an employer. They have the right to do that. And you have the right, excuse me, allergies are really bad this time of year. And you have the right to bring it up as a conversation, right? You're not giving them an ultimatum. You're not saying, anything else about it. You're just giving them the opportunity to hear you, right? You're just being heard and you're submitting solutions. That's the key. Okay, so navigating the Americans with Disability Act, the ADA. Familiarize yourself with this, you guys. Familiarize yourself. Put a number 2 in the chat. Like, have you ever heard of this? Do you know about it? Have you ever talked to your employer about it? Or has it ever come up in work if you're a contractor or whatnot? Like, put a number 2 in the chat right now because this is really important. It protects individuals with disabilities from discrimination in the workplace, okay? You get to understand the rights under the law and how to advocate for yourself if you experience discrimination or denial of accommodations. So let's go back to you're preparing a document with suggested accommodations and the solution, why you'd be a better employee because of it. And if your employer says, or your contractor, you're contracting to this company, says, doesn't want to do it, they're violating the ADA. And you have a right to seek guidance from the legal resources to advocate on behalf of your disability, because just because you have an autoimmune disease doesn't mean that you get to be discriminated against because you're silently suffering in any situation, okay? In any situation. So building a support network for yourself. So this can be really valuable, you guys, really valuable within a workplace to advocate for yourself and seek the assistance when needed. Identify supportive colleagues, supervisors, human resources, and anyone else in your organization or our colleagues that can provide guidance and support for you. Super important. Consider joining employee resource groups that can also help you with chronic health conditions. These can be valuable resources for you for sure and provide additional opportunities in the workplace. Now we're going to talk about flexible work arrangements, okay? So flexible work arrangement just means that you are allowing yourself to give the solution to your employer or the contracted company to allow you to work more efficiently. But that's really all it is, okay? That's all it is. Because remember, you have an autoimmune disease and you have it, which is a disability. So some of these flexible work arrangements include telecommuting, flexible hours, job sharing. So that'd be working from home, you know, maybe flexing, going in at 10 instead of 7, or and working later. Job sharing, so 2 part-time employees or part-time contractors working for that one full-time job, right? And then benefits around the flexible work arrangements, right? Put a number 3 in the chat if you have a flexible work arrangement, right? Or you have some accommodation, right? I want to hear, I want to see. Again, as I'm presenting, I cannot see the chat, but when I'm done presenting, I will definitely look at the chat. And on LinkedIn Live, I will definitely comment after the live. So I'm super excited to hear from all of you. So some of the benefits of the flexible work arrangement is that, you know, these arrangements offer different levels of flexibility and accommodations to accommodate different needs and preferences, right? So again, not all autoimmune diseases are created equal, right? So you may have a different accommodation than somebody else that you work with, and that's okay, right? That's the solution for everybody, right? So tips for negotiating the flexible work arrangements is that, you know, you're just going to feel better. You're going to feel more empowered. You're going to feel better as a person, as a worker, as an employee or contractor, however you identify with, because you have accommodations in place. And because you have these negotiations in place, you are going to perform better, right? So you want to negotiate going in with the solution. That's the biggest tip I can share with you, is having the solution that works for you so it can get done, right? And then we're going to be able to do the successful implementation of it after you've done the solution, have the conversation with the people that you work with, then you can successfully implement it. So here is a case study that I want to share with you. So this is from the Corporate Wellness Magazine, and this states that Dr. Jasmine Simmons is a certified corporate wellness therapist. One of her most significant successes was working with a large manufacturing company, and that was struggling, right, with high healthcare costs and employee morale. She developed a comprehensive wellness program that included fitness classes, nutrition coaching, stress management workshops, and incentives for employees who participated. After implementing their women's wellness program, the program resulted in significant cost savings for the company and improved employee engagement productivity. That's amazing, right? And that is the outcome of creating a plan that has a solution and successfully implementing it. Okay? Put a smiley face in the chat if you have ever experienced something like this in your work environment. Because it's super important to understand, like, this stuff works. And everybody is more productive and has better employee morale, and it's just a win-win for everybody. All right, you guys, so we are done with part of today, okay? So there's 2 parts here. And the homework for today is to identify what area you can advocate for yourself in the workplace. Think about what's going on in your workplace and your environment, and what's one thing that you can advocate for yourself and create a plan for that has a solution to implement. And also identify one flexible work arrangement that might work for you, right? What is one flexible one? Is it coming in later? Is it flex time? Is it two-part times, works as one full time? Whatever that is, figure out and identify one of them that might work for you. And remember to submit your homework to info@robinengelson.com, ROBYNENGELSON.com. Can't wait to hear them. I love getting all the emails, you guys. It's absolutely amazing. Put a thumbs up if you're going to do your homework tonight. Super excited. That's a thumbs up in the chat. You can also do a thumbs up now. I can't see you, but I'm excited to see after I'm done with the presentation. So just think about right now, you guys, how are you feeling right now? I know it's a lot of information that I'm giving you. It's understanding your diagnosis. How, you're taking in all of these things. Like, just how are you feeling right now? Give me a yay hand if you're feeling awesome. Give me a thumbs down if you're feeling overwhelmed. Like, you want to do this, but you're kind of feeling overwhelmed. What if there was another way? What if there was another way? Think about that for just a moment. Sit in here, sit in it, and think about what if there was another way? What could that be? That is the Autoimmune Solution Academy. It includes nutrition, fitness, mindset, and accountability. And I have a special offer for you coming up right now. Just imagine feeling more energized or having more clarity in the next 4 weeks than you have in the last 4 years. How would that impact your life and health? The Autoimmune Solution Academy is the first of its kind. There's nothing else like it. There's nothing out there like this. We teach root cause solution to autoimmunity, prioritizing you in your autoimmunity healing journey. No one else, just you. We will teach you how to rewrite your story as a model of positive change, create energy all day, every day with food freedom, create massive momentum in your health to live instead of exist. Our coaching is high-touch coaching, ongoing live training, weekly group coaching calls, and support to own your autoimmunity.
I wanted to stick to or wanted to stick with. And I think part of that is because I would just get bored, or my attention would shift somewhere else, or something would pop up in my life where just directed my attention elsewhere and off of my health and off of my fitness routine and off of taking care of me. And so, what I've really found is, since becoming a mom, so I have an 11-year-old and a 9-year-old, and since becoming a mom, the focus has really been on the kids and the family. The needs of the kids, the needs of the family has really taken priority or precedence over anything that I was doing for myself. And so it was actually very easy for me as a mom to not stay committed to or focused to any specific program. Again, like, as a mom, I signed up for certain gyms, for certain circuit gyms. I tried a running club in town, and it just was something that I just would never, I wasn't able to just commit to long term. So I think the difference with your program, Robin, and what I've learned is that it's not just about the activity itself or the action of going to the gym or going to the running club or working out in my basement or getting on the treadmill in my basement. It's not just about that act. It's also about the accountability and the mindfulness and the self-realization that I have in the moments before I do one of those, activities. So it's, I'm making this choice. This is a choice to take care of myself, to better myself, to help me become a better person, a better mom, there's a choice there, and that accountability, Robin, is something that you really helped me understand and learn and appreciate and value, and know that that's not, that's like the first step before any of these activities, can take place for me.
Absolutely, Christine. I think everything's a choice, right? You chose to get up this morning, you chose to have a daily routine, you chose to work with me, you chose to put yourself first. And listen, self-care is not selfish, it's necessary. So I acknowledge you.
Content
that testimonial is everything. I'm just actually speechless right now, because listening to my client Christine share that is mind-blowing. Put a thumbs up in the chat if that's something that you want. If that's something that you've been seeking over and over and over again and have never been able to achieve it. Thumbs up in the chat. My time with Robin has been life-changing. I am grateful for Robin providing me tools to achieve greater self-awareness and self-compassion. Thank you, Christine. So Christine was silently suffering. She stopped silently suffering by implementing the autoimmune solution. By implementing the autoimmune solution, Christine also decreased her stress and increased her energy. We identified what medication and supplements Christine was taking, what she was eating, and how often, how many hours a night she was sleeping. We also identified how often she was going to the bathroom, because let's be real, constipation and bloating is real. I helped her understand what foods fueled her body for her autoimmune disease and not inflammatory. Foods included organic green vegetables, organic nuts, organic meat, and wild-caught fish. The strategy included mindset shift, accountability, and nutrition planning and prep. Wow, Robin, I had no idea mindset played such an important role in my autoimmune solution. Changing my mindset is a game changer. Put a smiley face in the chat right now if you are up for this, if you are up for changing your mindset, if you are up for finding your autoimmune solution, if you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, if you want to feel good. There is a solution. You do not have to suffer anymore. The Autoimmune Solution Academy includes meal planning, fitness tips, accountability with community, mindset expansion, live interactive trainings, daily access to coaching, and community support. 4-week access to change your life. So here are some of the common questions that I get all the time that I thought I'd share with you guys, because it's super important that you understand this. I don't have much time and work during the day. Will I miss out on training? We have you covered. There are live trainings weekly, and they are uploaded to the Learning Vault. And you can access them on demand, and no module is more than 45 minutes at a time, with real world examples and real time execution to make on your life. Prepare to invest 2 to 3 hours a week on your progression through the Academy, and you will see dramatic results. The next question I get a lot is, I'm totally new to coaching. Will this work for me? Absolutely. The first step in the Academy is to access where you are today in your health journey. We walk you through the program step by step. Yes, our first basic courses are for even a newbie who hasn't done any work or know where to start for their autoimmunity. All right, the next question I get all the time is, I work full-time and I'm scared to invest in my health. What if my colleagues see that I am changing and do not want or know how to respond to me? We've all been there, but the reality is health is wealth. Your colleagues will adapt, and we give you tools for your toolbox to build the muscles needed to change your health so you feel amazing. I coach you on proven strategies I used when I was overcoming my autoimmunity as an executive mom. The next question I get a lot is, I've tried coaching programs before and it was a flop. There's a boatload of reasons people flop with coaching. The number one reason is they jump into coaching with guidance or research on how to utilize the coaching. You flopped. Your strategy was the flop. I've spent thousands on training on overcoming autoimmunity and applied my proven methods for over 10 years now, condensing all that I've learned, updating it continuously, and adding it to the academy. I teach others how to stop wasting time in doctor's offices. Time is the one non-renewable resource we can never get back, you guys. Stop increasing your doctor bills, which are adding up to well over $10,000. Stop missing out on life. Start investing in you. It's not selfish, it's necessary. Put a high five in the chat right now if you have spent countless hours in the doctor's office and invested countless money with zero results because you still feel like crap. Nothing has changed. Nothing. My passion outside of being a wife and a mom of one is teaching other moms how to start living instead of existing with autoimmunity through my coaching. All right, let's go. Let's get that drum roll. Total value of everything I'm giving you with my coaching is $25,000. Access to all trainings, weekly live group coaching with me, live audit workshops, 7-day nutrition plan customized to you, accountability tracker, healthy, delicious recipes, supported and dynamic community. All of that, you guys, all of that. Plus, there's more. There's bonus offer number one, a free dining out guide. Okay, the free dining out guide includes different cuisines, walks you through what to order and how to order off a menu, allows you to feel good with autoimmunity and not miss a moment. Put a food emoji in the chat right now if you have ever not gone out to a restaurant because you didn't know what to order, gone to a restaurant and tried to alter something and the restaurant screwed it up so you didn't eat, stressed out about what restaurant or what food you're going to order, even if it's takeout. Put a food emoji in the chat right now. I've been there. It's awful, right? I don't want you to miss time with your friends and family anymore. I want you to go out and enjoy life. I want you to eat a variety of foods. I want you to understand nutrition and how to order. So you plate your food at a restaurant and you feel good about it. Bonus number two. Wait, I'm giving you 2 bonuses, you guys. You get 1 free coaching session with me. One-on-one access to me shortens the time frame for you to feel better, get support, and find your biggest cheerleader. That's my client, Marnie. She's my new BFF, right? Been with her for a couple months now, and she is just a love. But the best part about it is that she invested in herself. She wanted to change. She wanted a solution for her autoimmunity. She wanted to feel good. She wanted to understand how to have time freedom, how to shift her mindset, how to have accountability with somebody that actually cares about her to get results, right? 1 free coaching session with me will change your life, literally, okay? The total value is $25,000 plus the 2 bonus offers, 1 free coaching session with me, and the free dining out guide. But your investment today is only $997, you guys. That's it, $997. Click on the QR code now to enroll for your 4-week Autoimmune Solution Academy with me, or go to robinengelson.com/academy. That's ROBYNENGELSON.com/academy. Again, $25,000 investment, and you are $25,000 value, right? It's a value, and the 2 bonus offers, and your investment is only $997. $997, you guys, that's it. To feel good with autoimmunity and change your trajectory of your life forever. It's a no-brainer. It's a game changer. Click on the QR code now because you will thank me later. That's right. Click on the QR code now because you will thank me later. The card is only open for 7 days. It opened yesterday, Tuesday, May 7th, and it's only open until Monday, May 13th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. You snooze, you lose. Don't snooze on your life. I don't recommend it. You are worth it. You are absolutely worth it. You deserve to feel good. You don't know how bad you feel until you feel better. Click on that QR code now. Don't delay your life because you have an autoimmune disease. You're worth it. Click on the QR code now or enroll at robinengelson.com/academy. Here's another client testimonial from my client, Rachel. I want to sincerely thank you for all your help when we were working together on my mindset and gratitude in changing the way I think. I have been going through some really rough times with a lot of sadness, feeling unworthy, just overall dark times. And I honestly know wholeheartedly, if I did not do that work with you, I wouldn't have been able to move through the storm. I know doing the work made the difference between me growing and moving forward instead of going deeper into a hole of sadness. So I just want to thank you so much and appreciate you more than I can express in words. Thank you, Rachel. That's my heart work, you guys. That's my heart work. And this testimonial is from Tiffany. As the host of Med Savvy podcast, I had the pleasure of inviting Robin as my guest on our show. Her knowledge and passion truly left a lasting impression. Robin's coaching methodology is a breath of fresh air in an industry saturated with quick fixes. She encourages a lifestyle approach that integrates diet and exercise with traditional medical care. Thanks, Tiffany. That was a fun interview. Empowering work corporate autoimmune moms to go from exhausted to energized. The best time to get back your life was yesterday. The next best is today. Don't let another day go by existing and not living, watching your colleague get promoted because you were exhausted and in a brain fog and not on top of your game. The autoimmune solution is your solution to change the trajectory of your life. Put a number 1 in the chat if you were signing up today. Put a number 2 in the chat if you're ready to change your life. And put a number 3 in the chat if you are so hopeful that change is what you need and the solution is the Autoimmune Solution Academy. If you change your mindset, you have the ability to change your whole world, by Damian Thomas. When we shift our mindset, you guys, we shift our perspective, we change the way we look at things, we change how we feel. So when you choose to change your mindset, you are choosing to change the trajectory of your life forever. I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become, by Carl Jung. Everything in life is a choice. You can either choose to thrive with autoimmunity, or you can choose to suffer with autoimmunity. The choice is always yours. Don't be afraid to invest in you. You've already invested in doctors and medication that don't work. Thousands of dollars. Invest in yourself with the Autoimmune Solution Academy and choose to become an overcomer. I'm so excited to see you on the inside and change the trajectory of your life. Looking forward to getting your homework on my email, info@robinengelson.com. And excited to answer any questions you may have. Send them to me again at info@robinengelson.com, ROBYNENGELSON. I'm going to stop the share right now. I'm going to put my email here. There you go. And I'm so excited to see you on the inside. Have a wonderful, fabulous, fantastic Wednesday in purpose, on purpose.